All right, can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tonight we're going to talk about some case killers. Hold on a second.
Can't hear you, Brian.
Okay, all right. So you hear me now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That right, mic doesn't work. Okay, good. So tonight we'll go with some case killers. Um, Anybody heard of, the term deal killer? Who's heard that term? Deal killer. Nobody?
And that when something happened that kills the transaction.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the definition. Yeah, and usually that happens in what kind of deals? Anybody?
I'll say business.
Yeah, it'd be business. Or I'm trying to see if y'all understand what I mean by case killers. Y'all know what I mean by case killers? What do I mean by that? I mean, it's sort of obvious, but I'm just trying to make sure.
Fail in the state of claim.
No, in general, what I mean by case killers. Bell State can't. Okay. I guess that's one thing. Looking for a broad understanding. Well, I'll just tell you. Y'all like, well, come on, man, we got an hour and a half. Just tell me. Well, yeah, case killer is like a deal killer. Deal killer, you hear this a lot in real estate and business. When I was in real estate, definitely heard about it. But it's something that you can do that will just kill the deal. I mean, like I said, it just kills the deal. Um, and funny enough, uh, who are the biggest deal killers out there? Excuse me. Who are the biggest deal killers out there? Y'all haven't done a lot of real estate and business transactions, I see. But take a guess. Who are the biggest deal killers out there?
The bank.
That's a good answer. It will kill a deal. It will kill a deal when you're not giving you money. Uh, yeah. Um, all right. Other than the bank, who else? Are the big notorious deal killers?
Um, is is it government?
Nah, nah.
In the, I would say in the customer's credit, that can be a deal killer.
Well, that's well, my question was, well, okay, well,
As far as real estate,
yeah, that's a big deal killer. I agree with you, Alfredo.
I think buyers and sellers, Ryan.
Are deal killers. Yeah, you're in real
Yeah,
estate.
yes. The during the negotiations.
Okay. Well, I agree. Let me see, because someone Google who's the biggest deal killer. What group of people are the biggest deal killers? What professionals are the biggest deal killers? Let me see. No one has answered this. Y'all Google that? What professional is known as a deal killer? What comes out? Y'all Google it. What professional is known as a deal killer? Anybody?
It says right here, real estate attorneys, home inspectors, and appraisers.
Okay. That's what it's what's maybe list again? You well, first of all, you put it. What tell me your search words. What did you say?
uh um what professional is known as a deal killer in real estate?
No, I didn't say. Well, take off the in real estate. Just in the whole world. Just say what professional is known as a deal killer. Let's keep it wide open. Put internet. So do a new search. Take off real estate. I'm talking about in general. And let us know what you got. Let us know what you got.
Oh, it's tripping now.
Uh-oh. Oh, somebody else do it. Come on. Got a lot of y'all got Google too. Come on, participate. Don't play hate. Participate. What professional is known as the biggest deal as what professional is known as a deal killer? What professional is known as a deal killer?
It says right here, God says a lawyer.
Okay. It says what? A lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Anybody else Googled it? You got something?
Says merger and acquisition lawyers.
Okay. What was your search? What did you search exactly verbatim? Anthony.
What are deal killers? Or who are deal killers?
Well, I asked y'all to search what professional is known as a deal killer. But that's okay. You still got lawyer pretty much. The question, what I'm asking y'all to search, what professional is known as a deal killer? There's some general. Stopping at killer. All right, both of y'all got lawyers. Anybody got something else different?
Nope, mine popping up lawyers too.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, I ain't gonna spend too much time. Yeah, lawyers are deal killers, y'all. Lawyers are the biggest deal killer. And however old y'all are, well, now you know. I did. Y'all did. They deal killers. Y'all didn't know that? Anybody a real estate agent in here?
Me.
All right, Biller. And you didn't know the lawyer's deal killer? But
Yes,
you're right.
I did, Brian. This
You
is
want to say
Gisela.
Gisela?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, Biller. Okay. Why didn't you say it? You want to offend me?
Sorry?
Why didn't you say it? You didn't want to be offensive or something?
No, I actually had searched it up as well, and I got lawyer, but I saw that everybody said lawyer.
Oh, okay. But I mean, I'm saying before they search, you knew it was a lawyer?
Yes, I did as
Okay.
well.
You didn't want to say it though, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's okay. I'm just wondering why not? I forgot. Why not? I'm just kidding.
Why
Sure.
not?
We lost.
Huh? I was saying, why didn't you want to say it?
Because I mean, there's just so much going on in real estate. You know, they're in a transaction
Yes.
that there's so many parties involved, and anything
Mhm.
can go wrong. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, lawyer. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. So anyway, lawyers are deal killers. Um, why do you think it is, y'all? Well, all right. Let me just lecture. I don't want to spend too much time. But yeah, lawyers are deal killers, but a deal killer is a person that kills a deal. Um, and I first experienced that in being a real estate professional. I've been licensed in real estate for shoot, it's my 20th year, uh, believe it or not. And it's also my 20th the my time in real estate equals really my time in credit repair. So I've been going on 20 years in the credit space too. Because right before I got into real estate, I did, the credit repair and sell, and then became a real estate agent and started doing it for others. So, so yeah, 20 years. But yeah, deal killers will kill a deal. But in real estate, you do have various kinds of deal killers. Inspector will come in, show stuff all messed up, and just kill the deal. But the reason I want y'all to understand is because when I talk about case killers, I want y'all to understand that that's something that can kill your case. And I'm not just limited to case. I'm also, it could kill the goal you're trying to create, or trying to achieve in the credit repair process. And so I just want you to understand what I mean by case killers. It's things that you can do that will kill your case and make it difficult to proceed to the next step of trying to resolve it legally. What y'all are doing and what y'all are learning is very important, because if you do this part wrong, it's a case killer, and you can't proceed to the next step of trying to get the courts to accomplish what your goal. So the things and the basics, some of the stuff we talk about is basics, but the basics you have to get down before you do the advance. What's more important? The basics or the advanced stuff? Yeah, you don't got the basics down point. You don't got you don't have the basics perfect. You can't do the advanced stuff if you don't know the 4 magic words when doing a FCRA dispute. What does it matter if you're doing this advanced repo student loan stuff if you don't have the basics down? So the basics, a lot of times we have lectures that sort of repeat, and the reason they repeat because I'm still seeing stuff. Like I'm seeing stuff, each week that still takes us back to basics, and I have to come back to this topic. But yeah, so the basics are most important. Anybody here knows how to play the piano? Anybody?
Nope.
Who plays the piano? Who plays the piano? Okay. Well, all right. So yeah, case killers. I'll do notes today. Let me open up Microsoft Word. Anybody played an instrument before in the past for over a year? I did.
Nope.
Nope. That's okay. Ain't no problem. Okay, let me share my Microsoft Word with you. Okay. Case killers. Um, I'll just go over some and I'll designate what it's a case for, what a case killer for. Okay, you don't have to send POAs. You don't have to send POAs. Um, the POA is for you to have to authorize you to do what you do, but don't send the POAs. Um, um, I think I caught something today where uh, I think I caught something today where the CRO sent a SEC letter. With maybe a POA or something, and the letter went to the CRO that was addressed, like to the consumer, like, the CRO's, address. But that's not really a collection the same as that letter going to that consumer. So on the FDCPA side, you don't want that. If it was a GB situation, you still don't want it. We don't want them to send a continued collection effort to the CRO or POA. We want that would need to go to the actual consumer. So no need to send POAs. Definitely get the POAs, but don't send it. Remember when you're functioning as a CRO, underneath, first of all, you need a POA, a power of attorney. But when you're doing this, you're acting as the consumer. You're not saying, "Hi, my name is Paul. I'm sending this letter, to help Jane Doe." Just don't do that. You want these laws are to protect consumers, and even as an attorney myself, if I'm doing a CRA dispute, that dispute's coming from the consumer. I will draft it, and that's coming from the consumer. I'm authorized to send that by the consumer. So that's how that works. So don't send your POAs. But Brian, there's someone from line with other people. They say send it. They live and die by it. Well, that's not what I live and die by. That's fine. I mean, any advice I give you, you don't have to do. But I'm just saying, it's not very good. I told you stories. I think it was a few weeks ago, about cases, and the weakest link in some of these cases sometimes boils down to, well, the dispute didn't come from the consumer. And I had cases where that was a big issue. So keep in mind, that you're going to hear me say a lot of stuff not to do in here, and you're gonna turn to your left or turn to the right. You may see someone that does those things. That's a multimillionaire. You're gonna find someone that does those things that don't know anything about anything. But you're gonna find people of all levels that are successful and not successful where it works sometimes. That doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. You get my point? So don't be confused about what people, that has worked. Now, here's another thing. Some of you you may have noticed. I would say maybe 90% of y'all have noticed this, that once you learn some things in here in 1 day or 2 days, oh man, I was doing something wrong, or oh man, I was doing that in a way that's not like you're saying. But guess what? It has worked, right? Paul didn't come here after having a crappy business, right? Paul was successful, for example. Most of you, whoever you may be, but Paul, you didn't come here and not have a lot of business, but you came. Oh man, there's a better way. So, but there's just because there's a better way doesn't mean it's the only way. And just because a way has been working doesn't mean it's going to continue to work. Or if it needs to be escalated, it can be defended, in court. So I just have to reemphasize that to you all, because if I don't, when something finally gets to my desk and I see it, it's going to be something that's going to not be able to go forward, perhaps because of a small little case killer. So don't send the POAs, because it's a big problem. I gave you an example here on the FDCPA side, but the same thing with the FCRA side. Under 1681I, it talks about disputes coming directly from the consumer. So if you have a situation where they fail to respond, stall, letter, and all that, trust me, the defense team is going to try to utilize the weakest link and say that dispute didn't come from the consumer. On the FDCPA side, if they send further collection letters or contact in violation of 1692CC, they may say that, well, we didn't try to attempt to collect it from the consumer, right? Because it went to the CRO. So don't do that. Another case killer.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What?
Go up a little bit, Brian. Right there where it says collection letters, that's supposed to be went or when?
Yep, went. Thank you. That's right. Thank you very much. Went. Yeah, went to the CRO. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. This is not a big case killer, but failure to include this is not a big case killer, but you got to understand, when you're suing an entity, that entity really can't do anything without people. And when you send a dispute or anything to an entity and include no people, when something hits the fan, who's going to stand up and say, hey, I'm the person that's responsible for this violation? I'm the one responsible. I'm the person that got this and didn't do what I was supposed to do. Who's going to raise their hand and say that? Anybody? Unmute. Let me know. Who's going to do it?
Nobody.
Who's that? Keith Sweat?
There's nobody.
Oh, there's Paul.
Yeah.
You know Keith
Yeah,
Sweat?
that's Keith Sweat.
You know Keith Sweat, Paul?
Keith.
That's Keith Sweat, bro.
No.
All right. Well, we'll write down nobody Keith Sweat, and then you look at that later. You'll see. Nobody. Paul was right. Nobody. So when you don't include the officers, when I see this entity, who am I going to find that's I got this, I got the letter, I told the people who's supposed to do something this. Nobody's going to step up to the plate. So you include the officers, then that entity, that artificial entity should, if I send it to what's the name of your company, Paul? What's the name of your company, Paul?
Fix It Now Credit.
Fix It Now Credit. Phoenix, Arizona. You know, what city you in? No, not Phoenix. Tucson.
Goodyear.
What's the name of it?
Goodyear.
Goodyear.
Goodyear is sir.
Right. And so if I send it to Fix It Now Credit to the address in Arizona, it's not going to, I mean, we don't know if it's going to automatically go to Paul's desk. If I send it to Fix It Now Credit, attention Paul, you know, now, reasonably, we expect that to touch Paul's desk. So please, y'all, I'm telling you, does anyone need a refresher on how to do that? Okay. Sometimes you have some national companies. You can go to, let's see what, Texas, and go to the little Texas site that they have. This is a site that's best with listing the way they're doing it. It's like their tax website. It says Secretary of State, but it's going to take you to like their tax website. Let me give you the address. But it's going to, let's do so. It's going to give you. Oh. It's going to give you. Whatever it's perfect search. Anyone on here unfamiliar with what I'm talking about?
Ryan, quick question.
Yes.
Sorry. Do we add the officers for the debt collectors' letters as well, or is it only for the credit bureaus?
Please say it.
What's a bureau? I don't know what a bureau is. You know, come on.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm back. I died for a second, but I'm back. Um, you maybe want to pull up the 60 to what age? Y'all maybe want to go to like Cornell's 15 USC 1681A and look up the collection or credit bureau. Consumer Reporting Agency. A good point, Gisela.
Sorry?
I say good point. And I'm putting this bullet right below it. Applies to all entities. Hey, that collector. What's DB stand for?
Debt
Debt
buyer.
buyer.
Oh man, good job, good job. Debt buyer, that's right. Y'all see this right here? This word? Oh. What about no? All. So thanks, Gisela. That's a good point. All of them. The debt collectors, the CRAs. Now, if you have my letters into the CRAs, I already gave you all the officers. They do change each year, you all. They change officers. Well, I'm not gonna say each year, but I know between last year and this year, those, I've had some changes, but it's okay. You got an old letter and that person's not there. Okay, so be it. But it's the CRAs have, I think one TransUnion has like 3 lines of officers that I give you. But the point is, you got to hold someone accountable. Does that make sense? You write into an artificial entity. Nobody's going to raise their hand and say, I got the letter and send it to so and so. And no one's going to volunteer for that. Now, in Discovery, they're going to tell you who supposedly got it, but it's tough. But yeah, it's a good point, Giselle. This applies to all entities. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, definitions. Yep. Yes. Well, okay, 1692 as well. But she was talking about credit bureaus. Ah! One second, I'll be right back.
Sorry, bro.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry. I died for a second. I'm back though. Okay. Whew. Okay. Oh man. I almost died last week, but that's another story this week. That's another story. That's clear. But these folks supposed to give me the medicine, my help. Didn't give me the medicine. How to be stroked out. You can't have a class on stroked out. So anyway, but I figured it out before it was time to go. I made it. Okay. Officers, please come on, y'all. So, but I'm telling you, here's the thing. I'm about to preach one more time. I know it's been working, but have y'all never had the phenomenon happen that you're doing something that you didn't know was wrong, so you're ignorant to it, but once you become aware of it, but continue to do it wrong, it bites you in the butt real hard? This ever happened to y'all?
Yep.
Okay, Alfredo can vouch for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the same way you don't know,
Yeah,
but then knowing, doing it, kind of get back to you.
it bites you in the butt. It's the craziest thing.
Yep.
But I've been doing this 10,000 times without a problem. But now that you know better, that's where the saying, that's what,
I think it's guilty by omission. I think it is.
no, you have to what? You see what I'm writing? When you know better, you have to do what?
Do better.
Y'all gonna Judge knows this. Judge Parsons, he knows it because he old school. I mean, a little older school. I guess we consider OG. Judge Parker, know. Did anybody know this saying? Yeah, has anyone else seen this saying? Paul knows. I said, you're on the West Coast. Well, is that considered that's not considered the West Coast because you're on the coast. So what's Arizona considered regionally? Southwest. No,
Yeah, Southwest.
Southwest.
I think it's Southwest. Yeah, you're right.
You know what they say about Southwest, right?
It's hot as fuck.
Yep. That's what they said about that. Y'all heard that one? All right. They're talking about Southwest Atlanta. They're talking about that. But anyway, y'all. I'll go ahead enough for me today. But the saying is when you know better, you have to do better. It's sort of know better, do better. It's really most of the time they say know better, do better. That's what they usually say. And the reason is because if you don't, ooh-wee, man. Did y'all has anyone else experienced this other than Alfredo and Judge Parker? Anybody else experience this? Paul, you shaking your head. Have you experienced this? Anybody else?
Oh yeah.
Other than
Yep.
Paul? I got a little story I could tell you. Yeah. Anybody grew up around drugs and alcohol? Did you, well, when you were young, did you know something was wrong with that? I mean, well, I didn't.
You thought it was normal.
Man, I look back when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I remember going to I remember, this is a crazy story. I remember going to one of my buddies. It wasn't his house, maybe his brother's house. And then the kitchen cooking something, but it wasn't food. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And I didn't even know what that was. I didn't know what's going on. But I'm saying, looking back, and by the way, his brother, well, first of all, my friend, I was in high school, but he had finished high school. And then his brother, I don't think I realized at the time was a big time drug dealer. He had like nice cars with sports cars with Dayton's on them. You know those? Y'all know what those are? What's Dayton's? Y'all. What are Dayton's?
Rams on a car.
Those are Ram. Who's iPhone? That's Rams.
It's me, Trish. I'm in the library.
Oh, you're in the library. Okay. Trish talking about them Dayton's. You're in Texas.
Nope,
yes.
it was in Cleveland.
Oh, it was in Cleveland. Okay, so you was in Cleveland. Oh,
That's where I'm from.
All right. Okay, Cleveland. Dayton's with Trues and Vogues and all that stuff like that. Tires. But anyway, I think it was making crack again. You know, as I'm older. Now, I didn't know better back then, right? So me staying in the house, not even worried about anything. You think anything happened to me? Y'all think anything happened to me? Being in that crack house, wherever it was? Huh?
Place, wrong time.
No, I'm saying, but you think something happened to me back then? Do you think something happened to me back then, being hanging out in the crack house, trap house?
No.
Okay, I heard somebody say no. No. No, I ain't never had no trouble. No, I ain't had no trouble. Um, let me see. I probably written. I don't think I wrote anywhere with the brothers. Uh, but nah, yeah, at a trap house. I mean, I'm assuming they were cooking because you don't have to cook cocaine or anything like that. And we all black, so we don't do. We're not cooking meth, right? Black people don't do that. Dude. Gotta be coke. Gotta be crack, right? It's not meth. Now, do I know better now? Do I know what's cooking in the kitchen if it's not food?
Yeah, you know what's up now.
What if okay, so can I go to a crack house and just hang out and chill all day now?
Ew.
Nah,
I'd be in,
nah.
man, I'd be in jail, man. So that's what I'm saying, you all. I know I'm spending a lot of time on this, but y'all think I'm just wasting time. But I'm telling y'all, a lot of you, have made uh, thousands or tens of thousands. Some of you have made hundreds of thousands. Several of you I know have made millions of dollars in this industry. But guess what? As soon as you come in here, unfortunately, I'm telling you something, and you're forced to do what? You're forced to. Once I tell you, I got you. Now what? You know better. Got you. Let me see that. Got you. Hold on a second. So whether you like it or not, you know better. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Gotcha. So anyway, yeah, once you're in here, you know better. Now it's going to force you to do better. Sorry to do that to you, but once you come in here and figure out some stuff, um, that's new, that forces you to know better, you're going to have to do better, and so you're going to have to modify some of the things you do. And some of the time, sometimes it's not what you're doing, but I'm telling you that some of these companies are doing things. And once you realize what they're doing, don't wait till it happens to you, like the stall letters or other things. You don't want to wait until it happens to you. You go ahead and adapt so that it can't happen to you. Does that make sense? Well, Brian, I haven't really had a stall letter issue. I really haven't had a problem with the CRAs responding and throwing, ignoring my letters. But once you know about that problem and don't do better and being sure what you're doing shields you from that, it may happen to you. You see. So it's your job to know better. Once you know better, is to do better. Okay. Um, Now some people, well, some people come in and sort of jump out. I have this. I don't know if I still have it, but you can yeah, I think I do. But you can join to get people in. I have like a free 1 day trial. Like say if I'm having a Zoom, you can jump in and learn. Have attend the Zoom, and then the next day, your subscription starts soon. But if people jump in, you may learn a little bit and jump out. Um, they might be protected from this, right? But in 1 day though, I show you so much, you know better, and it's not going to be good. All right, go on. That's the software. So include the officers. Don't send you POAs. Um, case killers. This is going to be a big review, most of you. I mean, I'm still surprised if anyone does this, but yeah, you got to have those magic words. What are 4 magic words? Yeah, so the 4 magic words. Um, I would say the FDCPA has a real nice magic word. Dispute. That will help you with the UB, that'll help you with EA. But y'all, there are cases out here with some people I've even let y'all see and on here as a guest. They will try their best to avoid using this word. Why would they do that? Do you know why? Why would a person try their best to not use this word? Trick the DC. Okay. Thank you, Dejan. To trick the debt collector. What's wrong with that? Anybody? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Okay. Dejan says bad faith. Well, first of all, that's a good answer. Bad faith really doesn't apply to the consumer. But guess what? Those judges, they don't like that. And I don't really care about what the judges like, but back to tricking, why would you want to trick? Let's go back to FCRA because this is a little easier, I believe. If you're doing an FCRA dispute, and by the way, I'm doing an FCRA dispute, what section of the FCRA am I trying to? I'm sorry, not trying to. What section of the FCRA are we working with? Fifteen USC what? What section?
81.
I. So that's the section. When I say section, I'm talking about I. Well, this whole thing, I'm sorry, actually, the section is 1681I. But yeah, if I just say 1681, that's the whole, statute. But it's FCRA itself, but I is a section. If I'm doing a dispute and I, try to find different words to do these words, you know, it might be able to work, but why make it difficult to trick. If it does say inaccurate, I don't know if this is right. Shoot, if you don't know, we don't know either. Doesn't mean it's inaccurate because you don't know. Not knowing something doesn't make it accurate. On the FCRA side, doesn't make it inaccurate. I'm sorry. But there are words in the statute that are trigger words that help you, the consumer, if it's you or your client. In the FCRA, I'm sorry, FDCPA, you have, for example, 1692 GB that talks about if the consumer disputes any portion, any part of the debt, or the debt or any portion thereof, it says dispute. So if you write a letter saying you dispute it, there's no question what you're doing. I have people that I know that that will try to use different words instead of dispute, like DeJohn say, to trick the debt collector. There was an album in the 80s called, it was in the 80s, good, The Chronic album. What year was that? That was very cool.
The Chronic.
What year it was? That was very chronic, yeah. I think it's 87.
Back in when the
It was 92.
That's back in the 90s.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, 92.
That's not the 80s.
The Chronic. Well, yeah, I don't know why I said the 80s. But anyway, it's a few years after. But yeah, The Chronic, 1982. So, I don't know if it was Snoop Dogg or someone else. You see, when you do something, it's like when you something mean, you something yourself. That's the same thing I say here. Was it Drake Day? What was name of it? Drake Day and what? But anyway, yeah, when you try to trick
Nate Dogg.
Nate, what? Nate Dogg said it.
I think it's Nate Dogg.
He was on it. I don't know what's certain Snoop Dogg that did this line. But we can fix this. Hold on a second. Let's see. Um, oh, hold on. It's not from Drake. It's Ice Cube's. It's from. Oh boy, they're saying it's from Ice Cube's. Check yourself. Well, I don't know though. Yeah, between Ice Cube and Dr. Dre's album, they say if you okay, now see, Ice Cube had if you F with me, you F with yourself. So it was a version. There's two versions of that. So that's check yourself before you wreck yourself to Ice Cube. But the Chronic had some. Anyway, long story short, you trying to trick the debt collector. Who you tricking? Who you really messing up? You messing up your case.
yourself.
Yourself. Let me see. You trick yourself. Yo, you don't have to set up a debt collector. You gotta set them jokers up. If y'all notice, I never taught that. You don't have to set them up. You go in professionally, like a surgeon. Um, yeah, you don't need to trick them. So anyway, if you don't do what I'm saying, it kills your case because what does the whole case come about now? This case right here, if I'm doing an FDCPA situation like on the GB or G8 or E8, sorry, and I don't use the word dispute and use some other crap, what's the whole case about now? Is it about what is it about? The whole case is about whether there was a dispute or not. That's the whole case. You got a whole motion to dismiss the case because it was around whether you stated the claim because there was no dispute because someone wanted to be fancy and not use a magic word, but want to use another word to trick him. You follow me? There was a song by Drake called what? What was that? What was it called? It started out saying, "Go ahead, go ahead." Y'all gotta get y'all music tripping up. Nail done, hair done, everything did. Huh?
You fancy, huh?
Yeah. You fancy? Huh? The song name they say is fancy. That's 2010 Drake. Y'all get your music trippy up or what? Don't be fancy. Don't be fancy. Drake. Okay. Paul winning all this music trivia. And y'all thought I had him on Keith Sweat. Nobody, but he done passed y'all now. Don't be fancy, y'all. But what's the moral of this? Don't be fancy. Before you logged on today, you thought it was cute to be fancy. You saw somebody online and said, "Hey, send this letter. Say I don't believe this. I don't think that amount is correct." And then suing for this. Failure to mark dispute. Because failure to mark dispute, that's what? E8 or GB. Which one is that? Let me do the pop quiz.
E8.
Okay. Okay. And Trisha said E8. Anybody disagree? She's correct. 1619 E8. It's fair to make the mark disputed or to report it inaccurately. Correct. Okay. So yeah, so don't be fancy with it. Use the magic word. On the FDCPA side, I give dispute the fancy word. If it had to be another one, I would say request verification and validation. No, I'm not going to say that because all you have to do on the GB is dispute a portion of the whole debt and verification follows. The magic word in such a thing would be a dispute, to dispute it. Now, request verification, but even if you didn't request verification, they have a little something that they have to do. But I would encourage you to use the word verification and ask for specific docs, but that's not a trigger word. Dispute is more of a trigger word than verification, because verification flows from the dispute itself. Okay, what else? Yeah, not saying about certified or trackable mail, I talked about plenty of times, but that can be a case killer when you have a situation when the entity denies receipt of mail, and of course they didn't respond to it. Because say if you do a file, FCRA style, dispute to TransUnion, and they never respond to it, and you sue them, and then they say, "Oh, we never got it." Okay, you're in trouble then, because now you have a person
Question
saying,
on that, Brian.
"What's that?"
Excuse me. Quick question on
Go
that.
ahead. Go ahead.
If you sent this certified mail and you track it, and then when you get information that it hasn't been picked up, would that be the same thing? It's not.
Well, if it had been picked up, that's not good.
Okay.
That's not good. Now, Anthony, you bring up a good scenario. I have not experienced that, but now that Anthony has brought it up and I don't talk about it, how's that going to? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Somebody, y'all got. I'm going to see some call. Anthony brought up a great point. Have I ever thought about the solution to what he's saying?
Question?
Nope.
I don't think so. Have I talked about it, Judge? Anybody? Anybody? Have I talked? Anthony brought up an interesting scenario, but have I talked about what to do in that situation?
Didn't you say resend another letter?
Have I? I don't recall, but that is a solution. But I've never talked about it. I don't recall talking about it. My memory is a little older.
Yeah.
But
I don't think you did either.
Yeah, I think
I
Paul
was trying to think about it.
is offered a good suggestion. But my point is, Anthony just brought up a great point. My mental Rolodex, I don't recall talking about a solution to his question. Okay. What if I just keep on lecturing without talking about it? What's that? Well, anyway, y'all don't like to answer my questions tonight, but if I
We're
don't,
not gonna know better.
well, it's going to bite somebody. It's going to bite somebody. It's going to hurt somebody. Because we know, well, first of all, we don't know if it's happened. Anthony, has it happened to you before? Have you seen it occur?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's happened to him. So we know it's happened. So we know that it's happened. And if we ignore it, then, well, first of all, that now that we know that it's happened, we need to do better about it, meaning learn the solution. Now, Paul just spoke on a solution. Okay, but let's talk about that. A further example, the FCRA. Unclaimed, unpicked up. Okay, you know what that means? Unpicked up. So we know it got there, but because it's certified, someone has to do what? It's going to require
Signature.
a signature. Now, it's just sitting there. Anthony keeps checking the tracking. It says it doesn't say picked up yet. Okay. Now, Paul gave us a good solution. You resend it, but how do you resend it? Resend. We can do like this. We do no signature. We do FedEx. We can do okay. You see that? You see that? That's a solution. Question. Okay. Is anybody thought about that? That's a question. That's the question. What y'all think? What do y'all think about that? This is the public CRA dispute.
No, because nobody will be held responsible, right? If you send it with no signature.
Nobody will what now?
If you send it with no signature, wouldn't there be nobody would be held responsible? Whether if you have somebody sign for it.
Yeah, well, I see what you're saying, perhaps. No one responsible for actually receiving it. But we can put the officers on there, so we're gonna make the officers, we're gonna reasonably assume that it gets to the officers. So but I'm on the same lines as Anthony. No, I don't want to send it from the start without a receipt, signature. I don't check that box. There's a box you can check if you're using letter stream. If you're in the post office, I guess you can. Well, I don't know, but you can check a box that says no signature required. But that's taken away from your chain of possession of this dispute, because with that signature, we can say y'all received it, and John Doe signed for it. Versus if you have no signature, it'll show received, but they can say, yeah, we never got it. We have a company that picks up our mail and we never got it. You see what I mean? So, no, I'm not, I'm not suggesting you just because we know that they may not pick it up, not do that. But if you ever send it and it's just floating there unreceived, yeah, just send it again with no signature required. And now we have proof that it made it there. Okay. And it's different. It's certified mail. It doesn't touch their hands until they sign for it if it requires a signature. Whereas no signature, FedEx, and all those other things, it touches the entity's hands with no signature. So it's a difference. That certified mail floating unclaimed never really makes it to them if they don't claim it. Whereas this other stuff with the tracking, but no signature, makes it. Now, everything I listed here has tracking. So understand that tracking is involved in all of these options I listed. Certified mail, FedEx, UPS. I'm sorry, USPS. And then of course you have UPS too. So UPS. So that's a good point. So again, once you know better, do better. Anthony brought up a great point. So now, if this ever happens to anyone, this is your solution to resend it, like Paul suggested, where there's no signature required. That's going to cure that part. Let's see. I'm gonna stop here. Let's open Q&A. So yeah, these are some points. I'm gonna send this to you all. But these are some points that I just saw recently that I just want to rehash with you all. I'm gonna give you all this right after the lecture. But let's open up for some open Q&A. Paul?
Two questions.
Mm-hmm.
My first question is, it's not a case killer if it's just a tracking, right?
Not
if there's no signature.
No. Oh no.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Got it. And my second question is, when you send that letter to CRA, and we're supposed to enclose the copy of the letter 1. Now, is that okay if we just put all the copies at the end of that letter, or do we need to first account dispute? Okay, it doesn't need to be in order. Because I use letter stream. Okay.
Yeah, I put letter. Yeah, if you're trying to include a copy of letter 1, that should be after the letter 2. If that's mm-hmm.
So okay, so because you asked to include the copy of letter 1, so we don't, as long as it's inside the envelope, the same envelope, that counts as enclosures, right?
Yeah, but put it behind the letter 1. Like if you're doing a letter 2. I'm sorry, behind the letter 2. But if you're doing a letter 2 and you're saying enclosure is letter 1, that means on letter string you would post that letter 1, after the letter 2, which is the active letter.
But not per account, right? That's what I meant, per account. So the letter 2, 1 account, and then after that letter 2, then letter 1 of the account, and then
yes,
so on and so forth.
I see what you're saying. You got multiples. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. After each one.
Now, will that be a case killer if you put everything in at last, letter 1 last, all of them?
No.
Okay.
No, but I would organize. The thing is this: organize it as if they're separate. So if you have trade line 1 letter, trade line A that was ignored. So I would do, we have trade line B, we have trade line C. I would do trade line A's letter 2, and then trade line A's letter 1. Trade line B's letter 1, 2, and trade line B letter 2. Because you want everything to be packaged as if you have 3 different mailings and you're just taking them and making what's 3 pancakes? Short stack? I don't know. A little stack up. Yeah. But you don't want to have them where they're not related. You basically trying to imagine taking like that trade line A, trade line B, trade line C. Those are 3 separate dispute issues. I almost want you, if you were doing it manually, to put trade line A's 2 letters in one envelope, trade line B's issues in one envelope, trade line 3's in one envelope. That's really what I want you to do if you did it physically. But since it's not physical, you just sort of line them up like that. If there was a way in LetterStream to envelope things separately within a big envelope, that's what I would do. And so if you're not doing that, you want the order to reflect it as if it was. That's why I don't like if you just do a whole lot of letter twos and then a whole lot of letter ones behind it without organizing 2-1, 2-1 for each issue. I would rather do it 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 for each trade line issue. So that if it was a big long file, you can slice it and break it up like that. But yeah, I would do it like that.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, open Q&A. So whatever questions you have, any music trivia or
Yeah, Brian. I was trying to find your the 1692 G8 letter, and I can't find it.
GA.
Yes, for the
shit.
G8.
Well, that would have to be like a Facebook file because I don't have that. But as a separate letter, I feel like we've done something like that in class. That's just person. Okay.
We have it's in the archive, Facebook archive files.
Yeah,
Just type in the 1692 GA letter or GB letter. Sorry.
Well, he's saying GA.
Oh, GA.
That would be in the files. Yeah,
Brian
yes.
did.
Yes, I think we have did something like that.
But it would be in the files.
It would.
If it's there, yeah, it would be in the files. If you don't see it there, like Judge Parson was saying, if you type in 1692 GA in the Credit Master group, it should pop up. But it would be in the files because I don't have that standalone.
All right, I'll check again.
Mm-hmm. If not, just let me know. Look on my computer. Yeah, I don't know if, well, Paul's saying 47th birthday. I don't think it was, is it? I don't think it did a GA letter though. Birthday. Let me see. 37. 37.
I don't think you posted a lecture in reference to that, though.
I'm looking at 47th birthday. Yeah, no GA there. Well, I believe there's a lecture on it. Go ahead.
I didn't know that. You're saying when you say you sent a letter, a GB letter one, and you need to send another letter, you send the first one as well when you reply back, or send them a second letter.
We passed that discussion, but that discussion was about, I think, CRA, correct, Paul? The CRA letter 1, 2. Paul, I think Paul was talking about CRA. But
Okay.
Because yeah, but because Paul was referencing that because my template has an enclosure letter 1. Now I forget my GBs. Let me see if I GB letter 2. Let me see what they say. GB letter 2. Yeah, so I'm looking. I just pulled up a GB letter 2. It does not has as an enclosure letter 1. Trish. So Trisha. So yeah, but according to Paul, I believe the CRA letters do have that. Let me look at one. Yeah, so my CRA letter 2s have the original dispute letter as an enclosure. I don't do that for the GB letters. Now, meaning that's not by default what I have, but you can do that. Yes. There's nothing wrong with that. You just want to do a closure line that says original dispute letter, and then close it, after the letter T. Yeah, letter T. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Mhm. Okay. Any other questions before we wrap it up? Oh,
Yes, I have a question.
go right ahead.
I want to learn how to draft complaints better. So do we have any lectures on drafting complaints?
Yeah. On Facebook, we got
We sure do.
yeah.
FDCP focused complaints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we do. So on the Facebook group, let's see. Sure. We definitely do. Now, I can't tell you which one, but you can search FCCPA, you can search complaint, litigation. But yeah, we do. We definitely do. Now, I was just looking at 27, you, let's see, let's see, FCRA lawsuit template. Yeah, in the 47B day package, we have document 44 is a debt collector lawsuit template. But we have a recent lecture. You look at the AIRI lecture. I talked to y'all about how to get some AI assistance in modify these complaints to fit your different issues by prompting it with the facts of your matter. But yeah, when you talk about that, I do like the 47B day package does have a debt collector lawsuit template. It also has some different note of motion to remand it back to state court. I would encourage you to find the lectures on that and see if that answers your question. You may have a file. We may have, well, the lawsuit template may be in the files. If not, like I said, we have it in a package. But definitely take a look at that AI RI lecture because the artificial intelligence can be a good tool to help you modify a template to fit around the facts of your case, but you gotta have some RI with it to be sure it's doing something that's going to be useful. And then if you come up with something and you're not sure it's tight, I did a lecture saying you need to let who look at it. Yeah, I know that lecture. What you need to, if you have something and you're not sure about it, what should you do? Okay. What should you do?
Bring it to the group.
Okay. That was my, okay.
Get some cats, get some eyes on it.
That's it. Let some cats look at it. Let some cats look at it. Mike, were you here? Let me see. Let some cats look at it. That's funny, man. That's funny. Mike, were you here that day? I said, let some cats look at it.
No, I don't think I was.
You know who cats are?
The group.
Okay. You sure?
No.
How old are you, Mike?
41.
Oh, you know who cats are?
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
that cats. Yeah, those cats.
Okay.
Paul, you know who cats are? Oh, come on, Paul. We talking about it.
No.
Oh my goodness. After we done talked about cats already. Okay, well, somebody tell Paul what cats are. I mean, who the cats are. Paul, search what are cats?
Talking to some cats right now.
Search that. What does that mean? So use that phrase, Paul, and see if you can go. Those cats are crazy. You might have to put some black slang or something right after the comma, black slang. You find anything, Paul? Let me see what I'm saying. Google. I'm sorry, guys. I'll just
Like cool person.
yeah, that's what it says.
It says right here, a slang for a cool person.
There you go. Everybody in here cool?
There it is.
Is everybody in here cool?
Yes, sir.
So it gives you some examples. Cool cat, or well, I guess cat is implied as cool. Look at that cat right there. All right. That's what it means. It's slang. It isn't like you said, cool person. But you can call a cat crazy though. You can't say that cat's crazy. And now you're just talking about people. It just you can switch it up. But yeah, cats for people. It's slang for people. Okay, that's some old school stuff too. Um. Anyway, any other questions,
Put
y'all?
some lectures. I just put some lectures in the group for the gentleman looking for some complaints.
Oh man, thank you, Judge.
Complaint lectures.
Oh man. Oh, see, Judge is looking out, man. Shoot. Judge be looking out.
Question, Brian.
So
Go
y'all
ahead.
some experience.
It's not credit related, but I know you like guns, right?
Yeah, I got one right here. I had to take out my pocket, so I won't shoot myself in the thing.
Yeah.
In my pocket, but
what's your thoughts about those insurance for like gun owners? Because
gotta
like
have
you
it.
know
I have two policies. Yeah,
you gotta have it. Okay.
Yeah, man. Unless you got $50,000 and give a turn real quick, something go wrong. Yeah, you need two policies. I got USCCA.
Oh, USCC. Okay.
Yeah, two policies. I got the US. Now they had to go in my pocket. It's on my side, but I'm in the comfort of my office, so I put it on the desk. USCCA. And then I got the Lewis here.
Is this insurance policies for gun owners?
Yeah. Gun owner supplement.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was unaware because I'm a gun owner as well. Okay,
Yes.
I need to look at that.
So this happens if you have to use your gun to defend yourself, the police don't know. I mean, they see a person dead, they don't know what happened. So you may be hemmed up. So you got to pay for this policies will pay for your legal fees and getting defended. I'm sure if you're a lawful abiding person, you're not gang banging, but the lawyers, I'm sorry, the police don't know what's going on. So you're going to have a lawyer to defend you to be sure you're not prosecuted, or if you're prosecuted, to defend you and your justified use of a firearm. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you don't have that, then you call somebody, shot somebody dead, you don't pay $30,000 just to get an attorney to get you out of jail. The justification has to be proven. Okay, but yeah, I'll give y'all a link to in the group to this UCAA policy. But basically, yeah, it's a policy where if you ever have to legally use your gun and there's law enforcement doesn't side with you from the facts that they can gather and end up locking you up, you're going to need an attorney. That stuff is not cheap. So yeah, so these policies, I guess between two of these, I mean, it's less than $100. I'm talking about UCAA, USCCA. I don't forget how much it is, but yeah, I got two policies. I mean, you only need one, but I mean, I just want to make sure I don't. I already have Legal Shield, and then as going to supplement, I want to make sure it's covered. But it's better have a dream team than nothing. But yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Because yeah, if you have to use it, at least may have some questions, huh?
Hopefully, we'll never have to, other than the rain.
Yeah, that's the goal. Yep.
Well, Ryan knows jiu-jitsu now, so
Well, they the best form or let's see. You know that?
It's called Glock 15.
Verbal jiu-jitsu where you avoid the fight. I gotta send that on YouTube. Sorry, man. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. It's called verbal jiu-jitsu. It's so funny. I wonder if I saved it. You don't want to fight. Anybody do fighting? I haven't fought in about 3 weeks because I had an injury. I couldn't hardly get out of bed. It hurts. But I'm about healed now. I think maybe in about a week or two, I'll get back to it. Anybody do any fighting or striking sports? Or karate, martial arts? Anybody?
Fine.
Anybody other than
I did.
Alfredo?
Yes, sir.
Wesley, you do it too?
Yeah, I'm in the arts.
What you do with?
So I did taekwondo, I've done jiu-jitsu, a little bit of jiu-jitsu. Yeah, what was the other one I did? I did a while ago. I can't remember, but yeah, I mean, actually, I'm gonna get back into it. I'm looking at what is it? Capoeira. I think I'm saying that right. Where they do the little dance step, that Brazilian style. That's
Yeah.
actually
Capoeira?
Capoeira. There you go. I couldn't say it right. Yeah, I think I was gonna get into that. They say that's like the most dangerous one once you get it or whatever, because you're using your whole body. for the kicks and then all of that. So, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm definitely like in the arts, and
Oh,
of
that's cool.
course working out. But yeah, the arts is cool. But yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear, y'all. I'm just getting back into. I took Taekwondo as a kid, but I'm gonna jump back into Taekwondo too. But now, what I want to tell you is, man, first of all, it's probably the most awesome thing, at least for a man. I know I try to get my lady into it, but they don't want to mess up their hair and stuff. So, but but I just want to know if anybody else experienced this. Now, I've gotten in real fights in real life and stuff like that, as kid, also as let me see, yeah. But you shouldn't be fighting. But let me tell you something. As I got into these sports as an adult, because most of my training, let me see, when I did Taekwondo as a kid, and that's it. I didn't do anything else. But even that was for a short period of time. So I've never been advanced in the martial arts or striking or anything like that. Boxing, I take boxing too. Um, Muay Thai and just others, just kickboxing, striking in general. But the more I practice this fighting, the less I want to fight. For real. I'm talking about just mentally, not like I ever wanted to fight anyway. But the deeper you get into it, it's like the less you even want to even think about fighting. Paul, you like that too?
Oh yeah, 'cause I get scared now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you why. I can tell you why. I'm curious to know why y'all feel the same way.
Um.
But let me tell you why first, and then I'm gonna let y'all tell me why you agree on why you don't want to fight. Now, like I said, it's not like you now a week or so ago. Interestingly, after I got injured, I'm at this is funny. But anyway, I'll tell you a story. But the more I fight and practice, now where I box at one place, these bucks, they be actually hitting you for real. So it's not even funny. These little kids, man. Not the kids, but these guys. This one guy was 260 pounds. Anyway, it's some moves, man. It's like so. Anyway, it's tricky. But let me tell you why I said that. You don't know who the f you're messing with. The more you practice, you learn. First of all, the first thing you learn is you don't know how to effing fight. You don't know how to fight. You watch all this TV, all this action stuff. You watch, let me see. You look at Floyd Mayweather, who's 140 pounds, all that mug. He can't do nothing. These MFers will kill you in seconds. Seconds. You mess with the wrong person that has some training, you're dead. You're not hurt. Now, if you mess with a boxer, you might live. But you mess with someone like Paul, anybody training jiu-jitsu over a year, you're dead within seconds. You're dead. You remember that guy up in he got killed on the train in New York? That Marine, white guy. I don't really know what really happened, but that's an example. Now, in the wrong hands, some people out there looking for a fight. Now you got people, you got to be careful when you practice because they're trying to, little ego people. But you fight the wrong person. You don't know who you're dealing with. That's why the less I want to fight. You don't know who you're dealing with. I had a little jujitsu experience because I started when I was on vacation. Wait a minute. My first jujitsu practice I posted was I was in Dominican Republic. So I had a few classes. Then I came back to the States and went to Gracie. And one of their purple belt instructors was like, yeah, you mind if I show you something? You mind if I show you something? You got me in a mood and like, all right, well, just get up. And just get up. You can't even get out. You're not going to get out. You're not going to get out. So you out on the street, these guys are unassuming. You see, I got some muscles now and all that stuff. These guys don't got no muscles. These guys are smaller than you. They're not bench pressing forward. You know, y'all know how much I can bench press? How much do you think I bench press? How much y'all think I can bench press? Yeah, y'all know how much I weigh? Well, let's say, how much there? How much
220?
No, how much there is bench press?
425, 170.
You bench press you bench press 425?
No, he
you
ain't
do.
missing no 420. No, sir, he's not doing that. I give
No,
him
no,
I weigh, let's say,
no, sir.
Let's say I weigh,
No, sir.
Today I may weigh 195. Last week I weighed 200. It's weird. I can be 200 one day. If I miss a meal, I'll be 197. Miss 2 meals, 195. 3 meals, I'll be 191, 192.5. Today I may be one. I've been traveling. I may be 194 to 195 pounds, of course. Okay, I'm 5'10". That's just to give you an example of how big I don't know. Is that big? I don't know. That's not really. That's not big to me. But it's not. It's not. I'm not. It's not. It's not. I'm not frail, right? At that. That's not a frail size. That's not. You know. But
That's like a normal size.
But I don't know if y'all saw me post it, but I'm under 5% body fat. I'm crazy lean. So this is all muscle. So whereas you can have a soft, roly-poly person that's 200 pounds, 5'10", they can be soft and big. See, I'm under, I mean, hopefully I gained some more fat because I was just super lean. A month and a half ago, I did my body study. I went from about 13%, 13.1 or 2% body fat down to like 4 point something. It's crazy. So it's all lean muscle weight. So what do you think I can bench press, or my max bench press has been?
220, 240.
Okay, anybody else?
I said 430, 425, around there.
No, sir.
What you say, Wesley? What you say my max PR, Wesley, was?
Because it's different. Because I know what you're doing. Because I do that too, or whatever. It could be. I know it ain't no folds or whatever. If you say fold, then I got to see. You got to put that up on the gram on the picture or something. Let me see that because I know what that is. But
okay,
it could depend. I mean, it really depends, man. It ain't really no way because I don't. It depends. It could be two. You could be in the high twos. I don't know. You could be like in the high twos. You may be probably like in the threes. But then you just said you're doing lean muscle or whatever and all of that. So when you do the lean muscle, when you drop weight, you really don't even need to be. You don't even have to like lift heavy like that to get that. You see what I'm saying?
That's a good point. That's right.
That's yeah. Cause I do the same thing. Yeah, I mean, so it just all depends. It really all depends, man. I can't really say, cause I'm around it all the time. I'm around pros all the time where I work out. So it just depends. I just got to see. I don't know. I say, yeah.
Oh, so what you think? What was your guess? My
I
PR bench was
don't know.
over a year ago. Over a year ago. I
Man,
was under
right.
5% body fat. I was lean.
Sure.
I don't know where I was. I didn't test it. I tested I
Yeah,
was 13%. Two
yeah,
and a
you probably
half years ago, I
13.
was 13%.
Yeah, you
So
probably
1.5.
13, 14.
No. I was never 14. I started out my journey beginning of 2023 at about 13.1. So that's
Okay.
my and then 4 weeks ago I did a test. It's online. I put the stats up.
Yeah.
I was
You do the
I'm under
in-body.
5%
Yeah, yeah.
in body.
You do the in-body. Yeah.
So
I
I
do
don't
the
know where I
in-body
was a
too.
a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
but that's why I did my PR bench. So
Right.
what y'all think it was? PR bench. With my training. I got a witness, I'm saying. But I didn't record it. It's like, but anyway.
Yeah, you got to
Ain't worried
record.
about it.
Yeah, we
Well, I don't have
record.
to
Yeah,
record it. I know what it is with my
What
training, but I
Right,
can't.
right,
I
right,
don't
right.
go
Yeah.
around telling people. That's why I don't go around
If
telling
you go
people.
around telling people, yeah, right. If you go around telling people,
Yeah,
right there, people want to
they
see.
want to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
So,
meant.
but
Yeah,
I've
that's what I
recorded
meant.
some benches from over a year ago when I hit 315. So you talking about twos? I've been there 315.
Right,
I've been
right.
there
I have
315.
too. Yeah,
But
right.
so I'm not in the 200s. I did 315. Yeah, definitely. Maybe almost 2 years ago. So I'm
Yeah.
obviously 315 is not it. So it's not in the 200s. I
No, so I'm just saying like high twos, threes, probably. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? Because when you said that or whatever, and when you was cutting weight or whatever, like everybody body is different. Everybody's strength is different. When you cut that weight, when you cut the fat and then to get lean,
you
it
get leaner
goes
actually.
different versus.
You actually
You know
get
what I'm
leaner.
saying? It's just real different versus okay, if you don't cut the fat, what you doing or whatever, and all of that, and then you bulking up.
Right.
Like, yeah, you're gonna be like an elephant up in there, and then you could lift a whole like gym on top of your head. I know because I've done it or whatever, right? I done did it both ways, so I don't. So it's just hard. It's just hard to
Okay.
say, man. I know I'm like all over the place, but
It's hard to
like
say. You
I'm
don't know
in it.
what
I
person
like
to do.
seeing.
Long story
Yeah,
short, my
it's
max bench was 405, 4 plates on each side.
what?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 405.
All right.
Huh?
All right. So you can do that now.
Well, I don't know. I don't max anymore. I stopped. After once I hit
Oh,
that, I
okay.
stopped.
Okay. Yeah,
I
you
just went,
stop. Okay.
yeah, I
All
stopped.
right.
I stopped. I was like, God damn. That's yeah. But I did 405.
Right.
Um
Right. But then you had to, but yeah, that's strength. And then you say you lean. So
405.
that's two different things. Yeah. No, but I
Yeah,
get it.
this
I
is
ain't going to get to, I ain't,
a little
yeah,
over a
yeah,
year
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
So obviously I
Got
don't
you. Yeah.
bench. I don't even bench anymore. I use dumbbells now.
Right.
I don't even
Right.
bench.
Right.
It's just
Exactly. Because you're trying to get the lean and that's what you got to do. Yeah.
yeah.
Because
So I
all
stopped
the
benching.
heavy, you don't need that. Yeah.
But my goal was to
Exactly.
be able to do well. First of all, about 7 years ago, it's not long ago that I hit 225 for the first time. I have a video
Right.
years ago. It may be about 6 years ago where I hit 225 for the first time for rep of 5. And so it took me, shoot, I was probably 39, 40 doing 225 for the first time.
Right.
Reps. And then once I got with my trainer, then we got to 315. And then I said, all right, let's go. I got to 405. At 405, I stopped because I'm trying to body build. I don't, that bench, I, yeah,
Yeah, it's not needed. And you
it's
trying to
not,
body
yeah,
build, you got,
it's not,
yeah,
it's not needed. But
yeah,
originally I wanted to get to 500 pounds, but I stopped at
yeah,
405. But,
yeah.
and now when I try to bench, basically I don't flat bench anymore. It's just, I just
Yeah.
dumbbells because I'm
No,
just
I
trying to
get it
get
because that's strength.
hypertrophy. Yeah, I'm trying to get hypertrophy.
When
So
you
I'm
when you
not a
go
power
past
lifter.
that three, yeah, when you go past those threes and fours, then that's
Right.
like strength. That's like
Yeah, it's not.
powerlifting right there.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's just
power
like
lifting.
now it's like, okay, what's your goal or whatever? Just like with the comparison where I know you was going with the arts or whatever, like you was just saying
It
with the
don't mean
fighting and
nothing.
all of that. Like,
That
yeah,
don't
that
mean
don't mean,
nothing.
yeah, because
That
that's
don't
a
mean
whole
nothing.
different can of worms, right there or whatever. But I'll let you finish. But I mean, but
Yeah, I
I'll
want
tell
you to
you
talk.
why. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
I
like
would,
but
I want to hear, y'all's. But my reason is,
oh, okay.
you don't know who you're up against. These guys
Yeah,
will, you will be dead. I'm telling you, you'll be dead
yeah,
in the real
yeah,
world. If these guys, like right now, I'm not that skilled, but I know I better not be fighting anybody. I'm not fighting anybody because if you got a little skill, you're toast. I've been boxing. First of all, boxing, I don't really know what's harder. After 60 seconds, we do 2 minute round. We do in my boxing. Sometimes we have 90-second drills, 60-second drills too. So sometimes I just say, look, man, hold on for a second. Y'all, you dead? You can't even hold your hands up. That's y'all. This is it's work. It's
yep,
work. And if you get someone that's
yeah,
trained, these guys that are conditioned, they just fine. They laughing at me. They
yep,
just fine. You try to box for 1 minute, 2 minutes, yeah, right. If you don't have any training. Shit, you about to get knocked out. But like I was saying, the boxer, well, without gloves on, you might be dead. You
yeah.
might be dead.
Oh, you will be.
Without gloves, you dead.
You will be.
Without gloves, you probably dead. You probably dead. You go fight a jiu-jitsu, you choke, you dead. In real world, you dead. So that's why the more I train, the more I know I'm not, I don't know anything. Somebody will kill me real fast. Now, I'm not fighting. So that's my reason. Oh, anybody else got something? Wesley, I'm not fighting. I don't
Right.
know who y'all is. I'm not fighting.
I was gonna say it's like having a gun license because the more when you go through your training, you knowing what it does and that you can utilize it properly. Your firearm, you don't have it for me. You don't have the desire to just want to shoot somebody. You don't. But it's a lot of times the people that don't have the training that think they are
Well,
magnificent at firearms, and women do go to the gym, or I mean, do martial arts because I did taekwondo and
They
kickboxing,
do. They
and I
do.
have my
Yes, they
daughter,
do.
and my
Yes, they
daughter,
do.
Go
yeah,
hard.
my
They
daughter
hit
is in
hard.
jujitsu,
Yes, they do.
and
Yes, they
she's in
do.
taekwondo, and she
that's
goes to the
awesome.
gun range with me, and she's only
Yes, they
11.
do. Yes, they
Now,
do.
let me make something very
Just like I
clear.
said,
This
they
is
do.
probably the best thing you can do with kids and anybody, adults. If you're an adult hearing this and you're not do it, but kids, oh man, these kids, it's a beautiful thing. Now, I'm willing to bet you these kids that are in this stuff is not going to school fighting. They know sort of like what Trish is saying. Now, what you're saying is like a gun. I don't want to have you. I'm not trying to shoot anybody because you're dead. I know what's going to happen.
Right.
So, but what I was talking about as a beginner, I'm not going to mess with anybody as a fighter because I know I'm going to get killed. Now, if you got a black belt, I don't know if Paul, anybody here, y'all black belts, you all look at it
I'm a blue
differently.
belt.
You're not worried about, see, blue belt, they go kill you too, but to be a blue, purple, whatever you are, you know you might kill somebody and don't want to be, with the police talking about, you see what I'm saying? So you blue, you purple, you black, you're not going to fight anyone because you know you'll kill them. And
Right.
now you gotta prove that you were defending yourself and not this, that, and the other. So it's a different reason. But no matter where you are in the spectrum, you don't want to fight for your own reasons. Me, I don't want to get killed. You, blue belt, you don't want to kill anybody. A lot of explaining, dude. Like I have a gun. I have a gun at all times. You see me, I'm out there. I don't want to shoot anybody. I'm not looking to shoot anybody. It's to protect myself, but I hope I never have to do it. So it's the same thing. Well, Wesley, go ahead.
Nah, I mean everybody. Nah, so with those black belts, and then I know with Taekwondo, and it's probably the same with the other forms as well. Is that really when you get to that highest level of that black belt? I know with Taekwondo or whatever, for example, that's actually like the beginning of your journey, right? Or the beginning of, 'cause that's where you like know kind of like that's just the starting off, the beginning. Those other forms, white, blue, and then all of that, that's like, you're training the, saying for part of, of that whole like form or that whole setup to get to that or whatever. And then when you get to the black belt or whatever, that you putting everything together, you know how to like master it, at least
You
a
talking
little bit.
theory
But
though?
for
You
some,
kill at
yeah, well,
blue.
no,
You
but I'm
killing
just,
somebody.
yeah,
If Paul fights
but
someone that has no
but I,
experience, that person is dead.
right, but I'm just
So I'm talking
saying
about
when
you
you're
talking
right.
theory
No,
though. It's not
no,
a big
you're exactly.
in practice
But
though.
check this out, bro.
It's
Hold on, bro.
advanced. That's what I'm saying. But go ahead.
Right, right. No, you're right. And but I was just saying when
In
you
theory,
go up the
like theory.
levels or whatever, you're absolutely right. You could take somebody like head off, but I'm just saying when you get to that top level or whatever, it's supposedly in theory, it supposedly what's supposed to happen is that you're supposed to have more, you'll have more control and have more
Mm-hmm.
discipline or whatever in your fighting, in the fighting style once you get to the black belt. Now, if you go to
Mm-hmm.
blue belt and then all those other levels or whatever, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have as much control. You might have control for that particular level of where
Oh,
you at or whatever,
right.
but you still have not mastered the whole like genre of like putting every like thing together. So you won't go take somebody like head off or whatever. And then get back to your point of what supports like why I don't like the fight or whatever. But I mean I will or whatever. But it's kind of like what just Trisha said, is that like when you in there like, and then it's a whole different can of words, and Trisha is right. And those women, by the way, yes, I don't spar with them women or whatever. They can go. Let me tell you, they
Mm-hmm.
can go. They might not
Mm-hmm.
have the strength, but they got the form and they hit, like Paul like said.
Mm-hmm.
But what did it but what it is the reason why I don't like the fight, but again, I will, is that, you're pretty much what Trisha said is that you're trained up. Like, like if somebody run up on you with a gun or like a knife or just anything or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like you know how to defend yourself like way further than just the regular average Joe Smo or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not gonna just be swinging. You ain't gonna just be mad. You ain't gonna just be all talking about that. Like no, the arts is going to teach you really is that you're gonna use that your adrenaline or whatever to stay calm in your head or whatever, but to be able to doggone bust ass when you need to, and you be able to control it or whatever to make you even more lethal. That's what it when you can take somebody's head off of what you just said or whatever
Mm-hmm.
because you're so calm. I give you a incident or whatever of guys or whatever. Okay, coming up off of the street. And they be trying these senseis or whatever out here, these street
Mm.
fighters, and then all of that, and then so they be, and they keep trying them, but then they engage with them. But if you see them, of course they take them out or whatever, but they don't go hard with them because they already know that
Right.
they already know that they're going to beat them because they
Sure.
already know what move they're gonna come. They already know they're
Sure.
gonna like swing or whatever in the box, and then I can just take your arm or whatever, and then get into my right position or whatever, and then boom, and I can got the choice of I can break your arm, I can break your finger, I can break your wrist, I can break your back, I can go to leg. Those are all of the options, and so
Right.
that is what the arts present to you or whatever, and then that's what the training or whatever. So I mean, I haven't did it in a while, but I mean, I'm gonna get back. I still got my fundamentals or whatever, but like it's
Mm-hmm.
different once you like know, like you say, to know better, do better, or like what Trisha's saying. If you know how to like go to the gun range, you know how to like shoot, but then also going out of the gun range, let's say you running or whatever, or you doing those obstacle courses or whatever, and then you know
Mm-hmm.
how to shoot. See, that's different or whatever too. You see what I'm saying? But once you know how to do that, then in your mind and in your whole situation or whatever, like you gon' saying usually when you step to people out there on the street or whatever, they not
Mm-hmm.
gonna have that same type of training.
Right.
They not. But you are right. You can run into somebody or whatever that is like just like you or better or whatever. It is what it is. But usually when you step to folks, they're not gonna have that. They're gonna be just be the regular everyday Joe and then fight fight your regular or pull your hair and then all of that type stuff. But because you're trained in the arts, whatever your art is or whatever, you're going to know how to, get out of that, defend, and then all that. And then as the levels as you go or whatever in the arts, you'll know how to, be, control. And then, like you say, try to not even fight or engage. Or if you do have to fight them, you can like disarm them or put them out down without killing them or breaking their neck or anything like that.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
see what I'm saying? Because
Yep.
if folks find out you know how to do that, I mean, hell, you a lawyer, Brian. Let me you tell us. If folks know, if folks know that that Paul, I give Paul for example, and then Trisha, they are like jujitsu masters or whatever, and then they go out here and break somebody's neck or whatever, and then they get up in front of that judge. What's gonna happen? The judge gonna be like, "Hey, you knew better." They gonna throw the book at him.
Yeah, that's right. That is
So
right.
you got to run that too. It's a reason why boxers, they, Mayweather and then all of that. And I'll stop talking after this. Mayweather, whatever, they actually have to go to courts or whatever and sign their fists as, as lethal weapons. Those boxers, they sign their fists as lethal weapons because it is. They don't need no gun. They are the gun. And these Taekwondo masters or whatever too. But I turn over to Paul, but that's why I don't do it. Over.
That's a fact. They do.
But it's important, like for my little one, it's important. Nobody knows that she does these things. She doesn't talk about it at school or anything like that. She has to keep all of that in our household, because it is to be utilized as a weapon. If she has to leash out, she has full permission to protect herself. At all costs, and that includes with the firearm as well. If she ever have to touch it beyond us training, she know what to do, and they not gonna look for the kid coming.
She know what to do. But Trisha, let me ask you this though. But then also too, being that you put her in that or whatever, she just automatically knows that hey, if I get in a situation or a conflict, that's not the first thing that I'm gonna do because I got, what I'm saying, like I'm gonna be held responsible if this shit go left.
Yeah,
Like
she doesn't like her temperament is really calm. I'm not calm like her. But she doesn't like to do it. But when she gets in that, when they train with each other, it's all in her head.
It's
She's
all up.
there.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, it's all up. Yeah, that's what all fighters do in the art. Yeah, so that's what I was saying, Brian. I was just saying on the thing. It's just as Trisha's daughter go up, she's gonna have more. She's gonna get more moves to her, more belts or whatever. But then also as you grow, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to have more like discipline, control, and then like you say, the verbal judo. Don't even engage because you already know if you're engaging in somebody who popping off or whatever, female or child, these males, they just popping off or whatever. You already know, like, they already lost. Cause I mean, and I'm pretty sure Trisha know this, and this is that somebody popping off to me or whatever and all of that. Like in my head, I already know what I'm gonna do to take you out, to take you down. I'm already like 20 steps ahead and 20 options what I can do or whatever. I don't know, size you up. It don't matter if you with your friends or not. Like let's just get it popping. We best man win or best woman win.
I never talk trash ever.
Yeah, because you don't have to.
Never do that. I just
because you don't have to
say
because
what
you
they want to
already
say.
know. You don't have to talk trash. That's just like you got a bazooka or whatever, and what you talking trash for if you got a bazooka and then everybody else ain't got no gun or they got smaller guns? You don't need to talk no trash.
Because people think women are always like fussing and blah blah blah.
Well, no, not all of them. No, not all. No. The ones that's like about that life or whatever, it ain't no talk. You're a fighter at that point. Fighters are fight. You a fighter. It ain't no talk. Where's the talking at? What we talk? What are we talking about?
Though one thing I learned, man, is like when you train, some days you're a bug, some days you're the windshield.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And then one thing is you're afraid of the consequences because if you hit that guy, he lands wrong, he's dead. And for what? For stepping on your shoe. So
Yeah.
yeah, just
not worth it.
Yeah.
That's one thing. It's just discipline.
It's that discipline. Yeah, right. Yeah. So that's how I got taught. I got taught the discipline because, you already know 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win the fight, you're gonna win the situation. But my thing is that, yeah, just like what Paul said, is that is it where because if them folks find out that I know just a little bit of stuff or whatever, like, man, that judge gonna throw the book at me because he gonna be like, bro, what you knew this or whatever and all that or whatever. And then, by the way, that guy up there with the train or whatever, I forgot his name. He actually snuck up
Daniel
from
Penny.
behind. Yeah, Daniel Penny. Yeah, his that. Yeah, Brian. Just 'cause I know you don't know what the case, but he actually snuck up behind the man. He was a homeless man. And he choked him out or whatever because he was just talking crazy on the bed. But so he snuck up behind him, so the man didn't even know what was coming. So that was horrible. See, that's like what
I
are
hate that.
you doing? You know what I mean? But
10
yeah,
seconds. That's all it takes.
Yeah, right,
Oh.
right. But he knew where to put his. He, like you said, he did. He, unfortunately, he had the training or whatever, and he knew where to like put that hold at or whatever to go and take him out.
Somebody, and I don't know the facts of the case, meaning I don't know. They said that guy that was killed had been harassing other people, but I don't care. He has the skill to have that guy disabled until police get to him. You don't have to kill him.
That's correct.
And when you'll kill someone, you choke someone out, he's going to be dead within seconds.
Brian, that guy was is in the New York. You know how you go in those train stations or whatever, and you got those folks or whatever. They just be, the crazy, the New York, y'all New Yorkers up there. Y'all are so used to it. You just be like, all right, man, he just tripping. Yeah, you just ignore him. But that's what it was. Is that the guy was just, doing that or whatever. He probably was a little bit louder than before.
Right.
But you right though. What you just said, he had the skill or whatever. He didn't even have to go near the neck. He could just hold him down. You know what I'm saying? He could put an arm lock on him.
He could have saved
if it's
someone.
just like that.
But
he went for the gusto.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that part.
Well, you never know what somebody going through though. It could have been a trigger, My uncle is a Marine and he's like, we're not trained to fight, we train to kill. So he would take if he had to be a quote unquote bar fight, he won't fight you back. Because he doesn't fight. He kills. So
right. It's not a fight. It's not a that's what I'm saying. Those true fight is not to disable. Like that guy that got involved, that Penny guy, I'm not aware if there was someone actively about to lose their life that he saved, because you can kill someone to defend another, but I don't think that was the immediate case. That guy was an annoyance. I don't think he was about to kill someone. And so I don't think it's justified. Now he got off, so somebody convinced the jury of it, but that guy by saying that, we didn't know he was about to die. No, that guy's a trained fighter. You know what you're doing, and that person's going to kill him. It's not correct, so
correct. And there's video out there too. You can just believe your eyes. You ain't trying to jury about it. It's video out there on the internet. Oh, what happened? You're exactly right though, bro. And Trisha's right too. It just depends. Everybody like do it differently. Everybody like go through it differently. So, but going back to what your point is that it ain't all about the muscles, even not having muscles or whatever.
That's
it's
the whole
just
point.
If
I'm
you
strong,
have the skill,
but I can't. You get someone.
It's about that skill.
Some of these guys may not bench press at all. They gonna kill me.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Strength.
Right. Yeah.
Some of the moves,
no,
this is about technique. I don't care how strong
right.
I could be stronger than everybody in there, but I'm gonna be the first one to die in the class.
It's the guy that rode on my daughter and I when we were in the car, and it was a guy on a bicycle that just ran into my car and then started hitting, had all this racial stuff to say. And I was carrying, I almost shot him, I'm not gonna lie. But he was on a bicycle, and I was just thinking, like, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to shoot him because my baby's in the car. Then I thought maybe I'll just run him over. But then I was like, all right, you know what? Let me just let it go. Let him. I had to just swerve out so, I wouldn't run over him. But that was a hard situation because he scared me, startled me. But I knew that I could take his life. And I was just like, he's on a bicycle. I got a whole car. I can get away.
Right.
But
yeah, right. Because that's how they gonna be looking at it too, or whatever. If you would have did that, and you know what I'm saying. So you got.
But it
So
was
yeah,
a
I'm glad you
trigger
did.
because I
I'm
am
glad
from
you
the
did
hood,
that.
so you can't just roll up on people like that, But
Understood.
you just got to think, and sometimes we don't be thinking right.
Right, yeah, but that's that's why I love the arts because it
Mm-hmm.
does like what Brian said.
Mhm.
It just gives you that second to be like, all right, that that discipline. Because again, I just always my sister always told me he's like, hey, look, this is like the force, or I give you the bazooka analogy. Like, okay, you the only person who got the bazooka, and everybody else got little small guns, and then all of that. What are you? What are we doing? You got a bazooka.
Right.
You got a bazooka now. You can hit that. You can hit the button every day, and you can annihilate everybody. Is it really want it? Do you really want to do that? Is it really like worth it or whatever? Is it really your life or whatever is up under that stress or whatever to be able to make that call? Because once you make it, you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got to pay a tax. You got to pay that tax. You got to pay those consequences if it go down like that. You don't know we don't know
Mm-hmm.
where to go with the tax you gonna pay. You might get
Mm-hmm.
off, you might not. I don't know.
But if you get your kids and for whoever has children and they put them in the martial arts, I suggest y'all learn too, because my daughter not gonna roll up on me one day and think that she can get me when they get in
Oh
their
yeah.
teens or something. I got Mama Bear got to be able to go too, just
Oh
That's
in
yeah.
that's
Nah,
that's
definitely.
smart. That's smart. Yeah.
Nah,
just in
definitely.
case.
Nah, definitely.
I got a buddy
Definitely.
got
That's
some
real
black
talk.
belt kids, and he's in there himself. Dennis Sperling. You look at his page. His boys are like black belts in former karate. They advanced jiu-jitsu, and he even got into the arts because I guess for that reason he didn't want to be left behind.
Yeah, exactly. I told my daughter I could catch bullets with my teeth. Careful.
But that's smart. Yep. Let's see. Oh, well, I will let you. Well, first of all, obviously, don't Q&A so the people drop off. But let me see what happened. Oh, after I had my injury about a little less than a month ago, I went to this bar and was just having myself a little drink by myself. And there's a table sort of close. This guy sitting at the table, and I'm sitting here. He just, not aware of his surroundings. It just seemed like he was bumping my table, bumping me. I got a drink on my table. I was like, oh my God, I want to just get up and choke this guy to death. I didn't, but I was like, let me move. I moved my chair. This guy just not even conscious of his surroundings, just keep bumping my tape. I'm like, what in the world? It was him and some lady. I'm by myself, so I just moved to the other side of my table. And this guy just had no space. But anyway, it just makes you now obviously if you're a hothead, that's when you say, well, bro, you watch what you're doing, man. But you don't do
Yeah.
that, discipline. Now I say that
Right.
I never want to fight him. I'm just but I did feel like, man, I want to knock this guy. He made me glad my groin hurts. But if it didn't hurt, I'm not going to engage. I just move. No, I could have said, hey man, can you watch where you are? But it's not that serious. My uncle, he's a Marine, like y'all were alluding to. They're not trained to fight nobody. They just go kill you. And how they can.
Yeah. No, these
And
are facts. I work with them. I work around them. I work with them.
my uncle carries all the time. He doesn't go anywhere. He's not going to care. But his thing is, he tells me, Brian, because I tell him about some scenarios that I've had. He was like, look, I want to sleep in my bed at night. That's how he looks at it. Just like we talked about that insurance. But obviously, if your life is in danger, you have to protect yourself. You got to do that. But do you want to sleep in your bed at night? Just think about that, because you'll blue belt choke somebody out. You're not Daniel Penny. So if you don't look like you're not
Right.
Daniel Penny, you may not be sleeping in your bed. You
Right.
don't GoFundMe
Exactly.
for $600,000 just to get you a lawyer.
Right.
Sleep better at night knowing that she's not at that level by far.
Yes.
But knowing that, because we've talked, like, and she's a girl. She's real slim. I mean, guys, some guys, they're not all nice. And jujitsu helps her with that position, all those positionings and things at first is uncomfortable, but she had to learn, hey, if I have to defend myself in any kind of way, whether I'm on the ground, can't use my feet, what have you, she had to know how.
Yeah.
So when she does go off to college or whatever situation,
Yep.
she can try to her best to get out of whatever that is.
Ain't no trying. She
Yep.
got it. I wish somebody
Yeah,
would mess with a jiu-jitsu trained woman. They'll be, they got some problems. They have a broken. She may
Dude,
not
they
kill
harder
him.
than the man. Man, let me tell you something, bro.
She probably wouldn't kill
They
him
hard.
out of mercy, but they gonna have a broke arm.
Yes, sir.
Break
Hey,
their
I
leg,
keep telling
arms.
I got a friend of mine. I got a friend of all my
Messed
got my
up.
homeboy with a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He don't believe grease is hot. I keep telling him, I'm like, all right, but he never don't want to go to class though, or whatever with these females. I'm like, bro, don't think just because you a man or whatever that these people like, yeah, you're gonna be, yeah, we're man, yeah, we're gonna be strong with them. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we got that. They know they even know
doesn't
that.
matter.
However, but being that they are trained and everything like that, they would use your strength against you. They can be positioned, they can be quicker, they can get up under you, they can get you in the hole. It ain't all about like no strength and then trying to like overpower somebody or whatever. And they already know that you're gonna come at them like that, so they're gonna adjust or whatever and like get you on their level or whatever. And now they overpowering you. They got you. Paul is right. They hit. I done felt that they hit. Even them females, they go hard. Like for real. So like
like I tell my
nah.
it ain't gonna hurt until tomorrow, so you're gonna get it in today. Because when you fight, you don't feel nothing anyway. That's how I look at it. I mean,
but that's
but
also
I'm
for
just saying.
kids and adults. But yeah, we're just talking about, the fact that you're not going to use it inappropriately. But yeah, this is probably one of the most most fun and stimulating. The thing about it is, you learn so much. I like learning stuff. You learn so much because there's so much to learn in the different sports, especially jiu-jitsu. But it's just sort of keeps you sharp and keeps you healthy. It's a lot of work, but yeah. Anybody else got anything to say? We're gonna wrap it up. Okay. Well,
This was fun. It was nice getting to know y'all a little more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, very good. You ever record any of the? Well, anybody do tournaments? Anything? Your daughter do tournaments or just practice?
Just a weekend warrior. I don't have that flame no more, Brian. It takes a lot of training, 4 or 5 hours a day. It's not for me. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, because I've been seeing these videos of these little kids, these little girls, just be happy,
kicking
going
through the board. I got that video. She kicking through the little board.
No, there's a lot of little kid videos. Now y'all talking about, you see it pop up on Facebook. These kids just be fighting in tournaments and they just be going at it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if y'all
and whipping ass. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not doing that stuff. I do it for exercise and just to train.
Yeah, that's hard to watch because that's hard to watch. But I do think that I would get her into tournaments just so she can feel what it's like when people don't take it easy on you in certain ways.
You see online. I'm talking about look, 6.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah,
7,
all
8.
of them. Yeah, they
be at it. Oh no! It's
They
controlled.
do.
It's not. No one's getting hurt. They tapping out. No one's getting hurt. But I'm just saying they just be going at it. I'm just like so impressed.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian. Did you see the one with the she? I think she's in high school. She's a black girl. She got braids or whatever, locks, and literally she she probably like $110 soaking wet, probably maybe give or take. dude, I'm talking about females and the dudes. For wrestling, she's a wrestler. Man, she be suplexing those folks. Literally in tournament. She
That's
lift them
crazy.
body up or whatever and slam them on like a straight like wrestling match, like on the Olympics. I've never seen that before. And she do it all the time. All the time on straight tournament. I'm just like, what the hell is going on or whatever? And she be literally suplexing them, those kids. Those females, don't matter. You gonna get slammed. The boys, you gonna get slammed. If they like slim enough like her, they, you know what I'm saying, I'm slamming your back out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It like, yeah, she do it. I think I follow her on Instagram or whatever. So that's another form. Like it ain't no like, but it's wrestling. But man, that girl get up on you or whatever. And she pretty girl too or whatever. But
Can you
man, all
send
that
that
stuff
to me,
go.
Wesley? If you find
Yeah,
it, okay.
I'm following. Yeah, I'm following her on Instagram. But yeah, Trish, I got your stuff.
Thank you.
I'll send it or whatever. And then it's another. What Brian is saying. It's another girl
It's like her
too that she
dad.
do her dad. You know
Her
what I'm talking
dad,
about? He be
her
yelling like,
dad showed the
yeah,
girls. Got
and
two
then he
little
got the
girls.
baby.
I be
Yeah,
feeling
the two
proud of
little
those little
girls in the
girls. They
back.
be going. They be
Yeah,
going.
hey, those the little he got the baby like, yeah, and look, they good. They be that on the older one or whatever. She be doggone throwing them little boys and girls around or whatever.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
like
bro,
that.
respect the game. As a fighter, I respect the game. I don't assume nobody. Like, I assume the worst for everybody to get on their respect until we like got to go down. Hey, I respect the game. I respect it. But yeah, man, yeah, I see you that stuff, Trisha. What he talking about? I love looking at the little girls though, cause they be locking them up. They be locking them up. They be locking them up. I be like,
They're so
wow.
cute. They be
Like,
killing these little kids.
they be
Boys
killing
and
them.
girls.
Yeah, they kill them.
Unisex.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they look cute and got their hair going on, but man, when they say start, all that's out the window. All that's out the window. They turn into straight beast mode and be slamming these little kids back out. Woo.
Anybody else have any
Yeah, I send
questions
it to you.
before we head out? Any questions? Okay. Any questions? Okay. All right. Any questions? All right. Well, y'all have a good night. See you next week.
All right, man.
Cool.
You too.
Fun.
Have a good one, everybody.
Let's see.